Good morning. As Storm Dara hits, many of us will have a wet and very windy day. And in some places, those winds are dangerous. We have a Met Office red warning in place, along with amber warnings for the strength of the winds. Many other warnings also in place too. Let's look at the wind.
And with that, I knew what my plans for the weekend would be. I headed to the garage, grabbed the beach casters, and packed the car with all of the gear. I then set off on a pilgrimage to Arbroath. Like most of the East Coast in Scotland, in the right conditions, the fishing can be brilliant, but it can also disappoint. So which was this trip to be? Stay tuned to find out.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're in Arbroath, at the harbour, fishing the cages. So I got here nice and early to try and get a cage. We've got cage 2. I was hoping for the one at the lighthouse, cage 5, but there's already people there. But cage 2 is normally quite good. It can get a bit wet and the sea's fairly rough. It's quite a good sea, so hoping that means the cod are coming in. I've got 2 Ron Thompson accelerators with 2 Daiwa Beach East 8000s and pulley panels. And this is how you tie that.
Pulley rigs are very easy to tie, even without much experience in rig making. The idea is you have 2 lengths of line, one end with a lead and a pulley swivel and the other end with your hooks. I begin with using 2 hooks, whatever size that suits you. These are slightly smaller than I usually use because the chances of me hooking smaller fish is better and I just want to beat the blank. Then it's your line. I'm using 60-pound amnesia here. Cut your length off. I'm using a couple feet here, but you can make it bigger or smaller depending on your own requirements. On the end, I'm tying a Gemini splashdown bait clip with a breaker on the bottom for using a weak link for my lead. Gloves help you pull the line tight and then trim off the excess. Now I'm threading on a pulley swivel here with a small bead on each side. Next, tie on the other end of the line to a standard swivel. Now you're going to be grabbing your hook length. I'm using the same 60-pound line here, however many people prefer to use lighter line for the hook length. Tie one end to the other swivel eye, and then you can thread it on your top hook and then tie on the bottom of the line to your bottom hook. Or you can just buy them at a shop, saves you all the hassle. But anyway, now back to the fishing.
So just now I've got squid and bluey on, but I'm going to be changing that to squid, black lug, carp, different baits like that, mussels, once it gets dark, when we have a higher chance of getting a fish. I'm watching the rod tips, even though it's fairly unlikely we get one just now. But honestly, I love coming here, and this is the first time I've got the chance to come here this year. So yeah, hopefully we can get one out of this. Let's see what we can do. It should be dark within the hour, so fingers crossed.
As the sun sets, my confidence starts to rise, and it was time to whip on some better baits. I'm using squid and black lug, then elasticing on some crab carp.
That was a bite. But just as it's starting to get dark, get our first proper knock. Any bite is a success. I'm just happy to get a bite, to be honest. Carp is expensive. Any sort of crab bait is quite expensive compared to the rest, but if it works, it's worth the money. Fishing with 2 rods, eat through the bait twice as fast as well. Well, that's a set again. The guy on cage 1 had one already, so he had a fish. So hopefully that means there's a few here. Probably since I'm in cage 2, I might have probably swam past my baits to get up that way. Since it wasn't quite high tide yet, there's not really any other route in there. But it's high tide soon now. So hopefully there's not too much water coming over. It's a sort of a northerly wind just now, so the swell's a little bit lazier than at easterly. So hopefully it's not absolutely soaking me. This cage, you can't really fish it at high tide on an easterly, but it's not big tides just now either, so. Alright, there's this 1 peeler. I'd maybe go for 2, but I also want something to baits last, because they're expensive, and if it gets good later on, I don't want to be out of the good bait. So gonna go for one just now. And that's us. Oh, that was a bite. We're putting him back down.
After talking to the guys in cage 5, we decided to trade cages as we both preferred to fish each other's cage, offering me the chance to get back to my favourite spot. But would this gamble pay off?
I'm just chasing the dragon. I've had one good day on this one, and it's just, whoops, and it's just where I feel confident. So the confidence is everything, really, though. I did just have a bite in cage 2, but it's a gamble I'm willing to take. Going to be casting about in line with this pole, and not too far either. I don't know if that's far enough, but we'll try it. Ugh. This is the juiciest bait ever. I should really stuff that inside of the squid. I'll maybe do that with my next one. It's also not as frozen as I was hoping it would be. Alright. Just got bombing pretty much as far as I can. I got a wee bell on it. That should keep me going. Oh. Bit of a wind chill. It's actually not that cold today though, it's just the wind. Looks like we've got a wee fish on here. So we did. There we go. Ah, tiny cod. There we go though. I didn't even see a bite on that. One wee cod. Not really what I'm after, but beautiful bit of gold there. Grab my forceps and get that hook out of him. It's not too bad. Right, that'll come out, no bother. Just on the wee small hooks that I tied up the other day. There we go, straight out. Let's get him back. And away back. That's a proper bite. Whoa. Oh, there's a second wee codling. Brilliant. There you go. Lovely. That's what you want right there. Not the size we're after, but it's a fish. Second cod. Let's get him back. And he's away. Just in case that's them coming in, because it's right about low tide, which is my favourite time. We'll get our next baits out as fast as we can. fingers crossed for the next one. And there's number 3. Third week odd. That's the biggest one so far. Lovely. Quite a subtle bite. Awesome. See if we can get these hooks out. Yeah, hook came out no problem. Get them back. Well, that's my time on Arbroath done now. That's 3 fish in. Shame we didn't get anything big, but honestly, it's been great fun battling the elements, and it's about 20 to 2 now, so time to pack up and head out to the car. But yeah, great fun. We enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.